guys, Brad M73 here, and we're back with issue 8 for Build the Millennium Falcon. I would say just build the, it's Star Wars, build the Millennium, come on, it's Star Wars, right? Right, I don't know. We're going to start off, I'm going to start off by saying thank you to one of my viewers who is kind enough to point out what a pain in the butt it's been to see the back of my hand in so many videos. So I'm actually filming from the other side this episode, but we've got issue 8 here, yeah, and I've decided to kind of go ahead and I'm going to be probably doing several episodes in fairly quick succession because, or succession, I'm sorry, because I'm actually going to be getting the next 3 months of Millennium Falcon builds in about a week from now. So there probably won't be any like delay in videos, but what you'll probably see starting like middle of July or towards the end of July is the videos kind of speeding up until I get caught up with the build. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of flip through issue 8. Seems like I'm not sure if I did that last episode or not, but we have some information on the technical station. We also have just talking about the control systems, the droid interface, the regions of the galaxy. I've always kind of thought it's funny that ships could travel from, you know, like Coruscant to the Outer Rim fairly quickly, given that most of the ships only travel at the speed of light. So I've always thought that either the Star Wars galaxy must be really, really, really tiny, or their definition of light speed is different than ours. So, I mean, Star Wars is not really about science fact; it's about science fiction. So yeah, see, we've got the deep core all the way to the Outer Rim, and then it's got our next parts. It's got the main computer system. We've got some wall segments. And some greeblies mainly. And again, I'm not going to glue anything. As a matter of fact, I've decided to come up with a plan of how I actually want to attack this setup. And here's the issue 9. So we'll get the battery pack with looks like a wiring extension. That's actually going to be for the lighting in, yeah, like back, probably see, yeah, there you go. You see the LED circuit board back there that we put in some episodes ago. And then we've got our first 2 segments of framework, and then we've got the first ring with pads, the dreaded pads that everybody hates. And then we also have these 2 pieces of tape. I actually have some electrical tape, and I'll probably be augmenting this stuff with electrical tape. And this is actually a really old roll of electrical tape, so it kind of just made my fingers sticky. But anyway, I'm going to dive in to the kit. We're going to try to just see what I can get set up. And again, I'm not going to be gluing anything, and the reason why is I want to make sure that I have all my paints. I want to have everything painted the same color. So basically what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to wait until I have all of these pieces in. Now these are actually already kind of weathered a little bit. You can see these are the seat, the backs of the couch, and then I think these are just different tubings that go in around different segments. And then these little teeny tiny, where's it? Where's my camera lens? There we go. These little tiny pieces right here. I mean, look how small that is compared to my finger. These 2 things are dials, and I'm not exactly sure where this red piece goes, but I'm pretty sure they all fit in here. Those 2 little holes there, that's actually where the 2 dials go. And I'm not sure about the little red piece, but I'm sure we'll figure that out. So let's see. So I'm going to cut this stuff out here because I want to get these pieces. I'm not so worried about these pieces here, and I'm just going to show you these up close. This piece right here should go on down right in here between. Hopefully it'll focus. Where's my... Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's going to go right in between here. And then we've got a pipe here. And we've got this little section, which is actually going to fit down in here. Right in here. And then I think there's another square section, whoops, that goes here, but I don't know if I have that. It might actually be this, but I'm not positive. Let's see, that looks like it might be about the right size. But I want to get all these out. I want to prime them and repaint them. They might already have primer on them. I don't know. There's even like a little elbow joint there. But I basically, if I'm going to do the internal build, because I'm definitely going to be priming this, because boy, I mean, you can almost feel the... you know how smooth it is, and I can just tell that paint is not going to tack onto that. But let's see what we've got here as far as what it says we're supposed to do in this episode, or in this issue, I'm sorry. And actually, let me go ahead and bring some of my other pieces in here, and I'm going to leave that over there for right now. I did run into a little bit of a problem, and I mentioned this in the Facebook Builders Forum for the Build the Millennium Falcon, is this little piece, like one of the little pegs, is slightly bent. Hopefully I have my camera in a different position, so it's a little bit weird. Right here, this little peg is slightly bent. So I think what I'm actually going to end up doing... So, you know, different people have said use a heat gun or a hot hair dryer. Well, I have a hair dryer. Actually, I've got one right over there. I've tried it, and this thing is just... I mean, it's rock solid. So I'm just going to, like, chop that off. Actually, you know what? I got a bunch of extra kits from the UK today. They just came in, and the poor box, it was absolutely... It was just battered. But I might actually have an extra piece, so I might use that. I don't know. But I'm going to actually chop this off. I'm going to see if it fits okay. And if it does, I'll just end up using that. So over here, if we've got our platform, and hopefully I'll be able to set this out so you guys can see okay. They have little dovetail grooves here so that when you align the different pieces, they can only go in one way, which is really, really nice. And actually, that's going to serve later to strengthen up the kit. So good stuff, really good stuff there. This will actually fit right in there. This piece, though... Okay, this piece has two circular bits on it, which are going to be for the pipes, I believe, that are going to go down here. So this, I think, is going to fit right in there, which it does. I don't even have to look. I just know this stuff. I've always had a really good intuition for modeling and model kits and doing assemblies. I don't know. I'm just mechanically minded. I've always had a good understanding or a good idea of where different things go. So this just talks about how to do some detail work on this, how to cut out the little light bar, which, where is that actually? Oh, it's on the... Oh, it's on this. It's actually right there. That thing's really, really small. But it just talks about how to cut that out, how to glue it in properly. I'm kind of worried because my light is now kind of in front of me reflecting back, and I don't know exactly how good it is to see. Yeah, I don't have any. These are actually wire cutters. They're not spruce cutters or sprue cutter. We say spruce, like the spruce tree, but these little things are actually sprues, I think is what people call them. So I don't have any of my files in yet or anything like that. So when the next, I guess it's going to be 12 issues, because it's going to be issues 9 through, what is it? Issues 9 through 20. And I actually already have 9, 10, and 11 here in the other room. So I'm going to kind of move forward with those a little bit, because we're going to be doing some assembly work on the main hull. And then we're just going to be getting bits and pieces of this in. So there is where our workstation is going to fit. We don't have the rear wall there yet. I think we get this wall, and it will. I mean, we'll eventually get all the different walls, but here you can just kind of see, hopefully, the lighting's just not in a very good position. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do in this episode actually is to take this seat out and just kind of see how it fits. So I want to do that really quickly. And I'm going to have to go up to, the store and buy some nail files, I think. I'm going to look really masculine doing that, right? What in the world is that? Sorry, I'm hearing things in the background. Yeah, so see, what we want to do is we actually want to file these little bits down here, and then just weather this, weather the seat up a little bit. And I think what I might actually do is fill this part in with some putty, and then refile it out when I get my putty in. And of course, this fits down into here. Actually, it's probably not even going to fit. Oh no, we were able to get it in there. So we've got that in. So I'm going to essentially be putting the seat backs, or the backings of the seats, around here, but not out here. And it would be nice if they just made a little plastic drop-in insert with the little control panel. It just has to look something like this. That could sit right on top of that, and it would prevent a lot of us from having to go to like Shapeways or other places in order to get the right pieces, because in the movie the backs of the seats stop right here, and this part continues out, and this is really kind of frustrating because nothing's glued in, and that little part that I need to sand down is actually kind of keeping it so that it won't snap down in there. And then we'll be able to take a look at the control panel. So everything looks really generic right now. And again, I'm not really going to be too gung-ho about this interior. Like, I'm the kind of person where I'm either going to go all out and really try to do the best job that I can with it, or I'm just going to throw it in the garbage, because I've mentioned this before to other people in the Millennium Falcon Build Diaries Facebook page, or other people that I've talked with about the project. And I don't really care so much about the interior. I really want it for the exterior. It's going to be wall mounted, at least initially. And I'm even thinking about building a cabinet for it that will be enclosed in glass, and kind of like a coffee table kind of a thing for my computer room. And if I do that, then it's going to, I'm never going to be getting inside, looking at the inside of this. So finishing out this part is just kind of, I guess in my opinion, I won't even say icing on the cake, because, you know, from what I hear, you know, putting the little cushion, you know, doing all the little cushions and sanding them and doing all that is absolute murder. And the other thing, I'm going to actually pull out the blueprints here for just a moment. The other thing that I wanted to discuss as I've been doing and researching this project more and more is this right here. And hopefully we can see this. Okay, so this is our blueprint. It's the back side of the blueprint, or the front side if you're a pessimist. Or would that be an off? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to call it the back side of the blueprint, okay? And this actually fits right on top of this. And it's not quite one-to-one size, but it's pretty darn close. So we're going to have a bit of this curved floor, you know, tubing here. We're going to have another tube that's going to have about a quarter of the top cut out. And I think the top of this one's cut out too. At least it looks like it is from all of the YouTube videos that I've seen. And then we're going to have this little dog leg here going into the turret, you know, into the turret. Now this is incorrect right here, it's, at least as far as A New Hope is concerned. Now if you want to talk Return of the Jedi, or I'm sorry, Empire Strikes Back, I've tried to go through the movie as well as I could to see, but I can't remember being able to find camera views of this section in Empire Strikes Back. Now this is supposed to be a model of the Empire Strikes Back variant of the Millennium Falcon. Apparently it was upgraded between the first and second movies. And also Return of the Jedi, though we don't really see any internals of the Falcon during Jedi other than the cockpit, where, you know, Billy D. Williams and I can't think of the guy with the big gigantic lips. Actually, he just passed away. The actual actor that played him, I just heard, passed away earlier this year, so that kind of made me sad. But anyway, we don't really see anything inside the Falcon in Jedi. So, from what I've read so far, DeAgostini is going to have a small bit of the circular walkway tube section, whatever you want to call it, which is going to end here. And from what I understand, there's not going to be any continuation of it beyond that point. Furthermore, there's a little door that's probably going to be right about here, or maybe over here a little bit, where Han and, you know, Leia is trying to fix the thing in the Millennium Falcon in Empire Strikes Back, and Han's like flirting with her, and he's trying to kiss her and all that good stuff. And I've heard that they're not going to even put anything there. So there's essentially going to be an open door. I don't know. I haven't heard whether or not there's going to be like a plastic door segment or a sticker or a piece of cardboard. I just don't know. I haven't heard yet. And I've tried to do a lot of research. So if you guys know, post in the comments. Let me know so I know what's going on. But yeah, from what they say, this corridor is just going to end here. This other corridor is going to end here. We can also see on the blueprints, and I'm getting messages now somewhere. And I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. There we go. We can also see this octagonal piece right here, which is probably going to be the pass-through for the turret, you know, where the gun turret is. So we're going to have that possibly going all the way down. I don't really know yet. We're just going to have to wait and see. I don't think we even get this little bent piece of corridor here until like episode 28 or 29 or something like that. Or I'm sorry, issue 28 or 29. So I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see what we get. I predict, though, because why would you have this corridor just stopping? We're actually going to have the entryway ramp here. And if I flip this over, we can kind of get a little bit of an idea of how that's going to work. So we have the one piece that's going to come down the hallway. This is actually going to sit about here. something like that. Hopefully you guys can see that. So we're going to have this, the hallway turn is going to come over here. We're going to have the piece out here, but then on this side, there's the landing or the entry ramp that's going to come down. I've seen some videos of an electric version that'll actually go up and down, so I don't know if there's going to be a button that you can deploy it or how that's going to work, but I thought that's really cool. So I would think that they would have to connect that up with the rest of the tubing, you know, the rest of the hallway tubing, in order to complete that area, you know, the area that you're going to be able to see into it, you know, once you pull the top of it off. So I don't know. Those are just kind of some things that I've been thinking about, and I wanted to share those, you know, ideas with you guys, and kind of get your feedback on what that's, or what the future might hold. I don't know. We're just waiting to see. And I think probably once we get up to, you know, issue 50 or so, we're going to have a fairly good idea. Well, maybe even before that, maybe like 40 or 50. Uh-oh. I heard thunder outside. But I think we're going to have a better idea maybe at that point. And I don't really want to do any major painting until later on, when I kind of know exactly how I want to weather it, especially not the external portions. Because if I'm going to paint that and I'm going to have to reprime it, I want it to be all done at one time, or as quickly as I can do it at one time, so that all of my colors match and things like that. So I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see how things progressing forward. So that's going to be it today for issue 8. I'm going to be back very soon with issue 9. Not really too much to do with issue 9, other than I think assembling some paneling or something like that. And we're going to assemble the, yeah, here's issue 9. So we're going to have these two pieces of paneling. We're going to have this little bit of tubing, which I'm going to wait on because it's an interior part. We've got the battery box here. I need to go to the store and get batteries. We've got a little piece of a wall here, and then we've got the pieces to blot out the light for the inside of the tunnel here. So we'll see how that goes in the next issue. In the meantime, thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel for this and more videos, and if you're into PC gaming, you might be interested in some of my other videos as well. So thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time. I'm Brad M73. This has been Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. Bye for now.